Okay, got it. Yeah, hello everyone. So my name is Egor Miasnikov. I'm senior solution architect at AWS. Before that, I spent 7 years at EPAM and put a lot of stuff to grow in the community inside the EPAM. So I very great and thank you for inviting me on this conference. And today I'm going to talk with you about building with generative AI on AWS. All right, so for start, let's think of what is generative AI. So generative AI, it's typically what you are creating from the one thing to another. So for example, you wants to generate the new content or ideas for your project, or even images, videos, or music. And all these things are powered by large models, which are pre-trained on the big amount of data, and you can use it, and we call it foundational models. And what is foundational model? So as I said before, so this is like pre-trained models on the vast amount of unstructured data. And these help to increase the parameters inside the model. For example, you may see that we have like a llama, for example, 65 billion. So 65 billion, this is a parameters inside the models. And it's can and capable to learn complex context based on that, and also can apply the wide range of context and work with separate use cases, or you can adapt it using the fine-tuning or retraining for your particular and specific task in your domain, for example. And what was the before that? We have separate models which are rely on separate use cases. For example, we have like text generation. You need to use the models for that, or summarization. And we have separate models for that. But currently, we have one foundational model, like Claude or ChatGPT. So we have one model, and it can cover many tasks for you. From the text generation till the chatbots and Q&A. And for input, you need to put the text. So this is like unstructured information, which are human typing text. For example, you type in a photo of astronaut riding on horse on Mars, and you can get the image of that. So it's called a multimodal. So we have a text-to-text generation. For example, you want to summarize some text on that, or you want to get embeddings. So embeddings help you to structure your text in one database and after rely on that. And for the use cases, this is the very big amount of use cases, from chatbot till anomaly detection, and all these things can covered by one large model. And how we can unlock it for this potential inside the AWS. So easy build with a foundational model. And in this case, we have not released yet Amazon Bedrock. This is our new service which provides you access for the foundational models via API, so you can easily integrate it in your application using just API. So you don't need to think of how to set up infrastructure for that, what type of instances you need for running the models. You just go and get all these things from the Bedrock. And we already have Amazon Titan here, Anthropic with Claude version 1 and 2, and we have a Stable Diffusion to generate the images for you. So this is all inside one service, and I hope in near future it will be available, and you can play with that and use all these foundational models in your application. And of course, this is like very fast and quick integration of foundational models and large models for inside your application. And the benefits of that you are using one infrastructure and one secure perimeter in your application, and all your stuff running on AWS, and none of your data go through the internet. So this is all secure and very private for the data and maybe data of users. All right, so but what we can do today? So today you can rely on open source models, which needs to be running on the accelerators, and we have a number of them. So first of all, we have our own silicons, which are support running large models. For example, we have Inferentia and Trainium. So Trainium help you to train a large model if you want to, or retrain on Fine-Tune for that. And Inferentia help you to inference your model and rely on the output of this model. So this is like pretty cheap and performant thing how you can run your models inside the AWS. And of course, we have a strong partnership with NVIDIA. And for NVIDIA, we have like, so we have P5 instances already. So this is H100 NVIDIA chips there. And we also have NVIDIA A100, which is for P4D, and for the normal task for training or POCs, you have G5, which help you to run your models and integrate to your application. And for already done something for your application, you can rely on the AI-powered application in AWS. So inside the AWS, we have Code Whisperer. So Code Whisperer currently generally available, and it's free for use for individual developers. So if you are running your project or you have a pet project, you can try it out. So this is also running on your AWS account, and these things help you to generate code. So if you are if you are already familiar with Copilot from GitHub, so this is the same thing but inside your AWS account and free for use. And of course, we have a flexibility. So for flexibility, we have Amazon SageMaker. I'm not stop here for a while, but you need to know that you have a possibility to start from the very beginning your ML journey and finish with the inference in one application. So this is Amazon SageMaker. It's like integration development studio for ML own. And inside that, we have SageMaker JumpStart. So you can think of this is like similar like Bedrock, but here you need to figure out what kind of instance you need to run your model. And JumpStart support marketplace of the models, which help you to run every model inside the marketplace in one click. So we have a strong partnership with the Hugging Face. So Hugging Face for the model, it's like GitHub for the code. So they have a Hugging Face hub. This is like a place where all companies and individual contributors store their models, and they are mostly open sourced. And of course, we have proprietary models which are pre-trained and developed by separate companies, and they also provide the capabilities to use them inside the SageMaker JumpStart. And as you see, we have like AI21 labs, which are using his model inside the Bedrock, and SageMaker JumpStart already available for you. And what you need to do, so you go to the SageMaker JumpStart and look at the searching for foundational models, go to the console of this model. So we have a card of the model there. So you click on the button and choose the instance where you are deploy it and after just use it. So you have API call, so you need to put the integration layer from inside your application, and after you can use a response from that. And interesting thing that AI21 Labs train the model using SageMaker. So they are using the SageMaker to train the model. After that, provide you to use the model inside the SageMaker. So this is like interesting thing. And yes, so let's go to the demo. And for the demo, so this is more technical thing of my presentation, actually. So this is demo of JetBrains plugin, which we built with my teammate for 2 days. We spent like 2 days for building that. And we called it GenAI Code Assistant, right? What this plugin do? So we have AI assistant from JetBrains. You can get the public beta on that. And so we have a chat bot which help us to work with the code. For example, you have a Lambda which integrated with DynamoDB, and you need to delete the item from that. And we ask our chatbot to explain this code. So we have explanation of this code. So for example, you just join a project and you can ask, hey, what does it mean, this code and this? And after your team lead asks you to suggest refactor of this code, right? So you need to do your first task on the project. And after you are asking for refactoring, and you see that our model proposed the refactoring, and after we ask to generate the code with suggestions. So we are generate the code suggestions, and right here we can copy and paste this code right in our perfect IDE. And after we need to do the PR, right, for that. So we ask our model to generate a commit message for us, and after that, we can copy paste a commit message for this code, and after prepare our first commit in like 1 minute after you're joining your project. All right, so that's it with our demo. So let me go through this project. So for this project is why we are building this so fast. So before that, I was software engineer, so I work with many languages inside the EPAM, starting from front end, JavaScript, backend, and all this stuff. And currently, we are using totally AWS on that. So we rely on CDK for deploying our things. So let's take a look on our CDK. So inside the CDK, we have API Gateway, CloudFront. So we are put all these static files inside the S3 and cover it all CloudFront in our entry point for that. We rely on AWS Lambdas for all business logic and integration thing inside the Lambda, and we store the DynamoDB, all this history inside the DynamoDB for showing the history inside the chat. From the front end, so front end is pretty easy to do. So we have only chat here. So I use React for that, and for chat we have like chat and number of type of messages. So we have like message with the text and message with the code block, right? To have a possibility to copy and paste in your perfect IDE. For backend, we have one Lambda, just one Lambda, which help us to integrate with DynamoDB and integrate with the Bedrock. So for Bedrock, we have LangChain. This Lambda based on Python, but currently LangChain available for JavaScript. So you can build this thing for JavaScript. Since we don't have a global available Bedrock yet, and we have SDK to connect our Bedrock only for Python, but after, I think it's going to be in every SDK for connection. So currently it's Python. But after global available, so you can use JavaScript for building these functions. And for functions, we are using the Bedrock connection. So we ask Bedrock, we have a Bedrock endpoint here, and just putting this thing inside the Bedrock adapter inside the LangChain and get the response from that. And that's also for model, we are using Claude 2 for that. So I totally recommend to use this model for working, because this is like for performance and quality, it's very, very good. And the final, so we need to do our JetBrains plugin, right? So for that, you need to know Kotlin, but not so much. I think you need to know a couple of lines of the Kotlin. For example, you are for this, we are building a web application, and after inside the Kotlin plugin, we just open the browser with our CloudFront distribution, where we have all the stuff in one place. So we have front end and static, and also API in this API calls through the CloudFront as well. So we are open our plugin, and after we get an access for our chatbot inside the web browser and using as inside the normal web browser. And this is pretty much it. Yeah, so, and what we have, yes, so, yes. And I totally encourage you to start your generative AI journey today. And the easiest thing, you can start using Amazon Code Whisperer today. So you need just register your AWS Builder ID, and after connect it to your IDE. After that, you need to go to not Bedrock currently not available, but you can use SageMaker JumpStart to start the open source models. We have like Llama code there, so you can also play with the open source models and prepare your POC for use cases, because the POCs help you to understand how it works, and maybe this can grow to the real project for the customers. And of course, for the understanding what currently we already have, we have aiexplore.aws.amazon.com website, where you can explore use cases of AI, and maybe it's help you to understand what currently exists on the market, and maybe your idea not existent, you can start your project or startup. And that's it from my side, I think. Join me on LinkedIn, and your feedback will be placed. So just scan QR code and leave me feedback. It's take like 15 seconds, I think. Thank you.